What's up, everybody? How we doing? Everything's all right. Got a couple things, not too many things on the docket. Everyone's been behaving pretty well for the most part. Uh, so yeah, let's get some events here. Okay, let's see. Brigantine today, now. If you're in Brigantine, they are having a prayer vigil for strength, healing, and appreciation for the police, fire, and teachers at 1500 Bayshore Avenue. That's happening right now. This Saturday, 9 a.m., Vagabond is hosting Vagabike, which is their way of giving back to children in Atlantic City, books, clothes, so on and so forth. At 9 o'clock, you can go to Eventbrite to sign in. And that starts at Vagabond on 672 North Trenton Avenue. And then, what else? Pretty much it. At the moment. Also, we have the Bartenders Invitational Golf Tournament at Linwood Country Club next Wednesday. Few spots are available, so anyone in the hospitality field want to put in a foursome, you can go to the Ducktown Taverns Facebook page, any of the Doherty properties, whether it be the Country Club, Knife and Fork Docks, Doherty's. Well, hopefully everybody else shared it as well. That's next week. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Next week we'll talk about other stuff. Also, too, save the date for here at the Duck Hut, October 25th. Block off the times, noon to 4, and have your children available to join you. We're going to put it out next week. So again, October 25, here at the Duck Hut, family event. Flyer will go out next Monday from noon to 4. It's going to be a Ducktown, an Alibi, a tricycle production event here at the Duck Hut. So make sure you bring the family, and we'll explain everything next week on the 1st, I believe, right? The 29th. We'll explain it all on the 29th. All right? All right. That's all we got for that. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay. Today we got How Much is Too Much, Love Letter, Clean Up Your Act, ACFD. We'll start with ACFD. So thank you to the fire department that went down to the Marina District and handled that boat fire as fast as they did, because I don't think people realize if one boat goes, a lot of them go. And to respond that quickly, maneuver to the vessel, get it under control before anything else caught fire or something, whatever. Awesome job. So not only to those who showed up to that one, but thank you to all others. It could have been a very, very ugly situation. All right, now we'll start at the top. How much is too much? So this is a mayoral conversation on pay. So we have two people running for mayor. Naeem Khan, Republican, Marty Small, Democrat, and also in trouble with the law. We'll just keep it at this. Pay. When Don Guardian was in office, they reduced his pay from 130, 125 to 105. And it remained. Now, today, Marty has 6 years of mayoral time under his belt and is now making over $180,000 a year. 180. His opponent is going to go with the zero pay. His money will go back into whatever war chest, coffers, whatever, donate it to whoever. $180, people. 180. 180. It's a lot of money for the condition this town is in and how quieter, hospitality-wise, this city has been. No one can argue that we had a slower summer, should have been anticipated, but it shouldn't have been this slow for the natural things that we offer. But because we have inept leadership, people are still afraid to come into town. The youth and daring, which your 18 to 25-year-olds, don't even have that inquisitive go-get to even, let's go to AC. Stay in Brigantine, Sea Isle, Summers Point, Margate, Ventnor, where you can walk around confidently and not be bothered or be harassed. And I get it, it's a city. But I go to Philly, I go to New York, I go to Miami, I go to Lauderdale. I think collectively, the amount of times I've been approached is what happens here in a week. And it's embarrassing. And yes, it hurts to talk about it, but we talk about it to address it. And it needs to be addressed. And this is why we need to change the management here in Atlantic City for everybody. Everyone's quality of life is worse now than it's ever been under any mayor. Any mayor. Okay? With the exclusion of Frank Gilliam, Guardian, Langford, Whalen, horrible. Absolutely horrendous. Marty has the crown, and he's making way more money than the other people were, and things were 10 times better. So did it matter that the other three made their code 115 a year or whatever? No. But when the money starts to dry up and people take a fourth raise, he's on his fourth raise as being a mayor. Might be 5, but to my understanding, it's his fourth raise. How do you award yourself just visually on a failure. You're failing the casinos, you're failing your residents, you're failing your tourists. And all three of us need to work together to keep the blood flow going economically, visually, safely, whatever. But the mayor's team of misfits don't get it. They get their paycheck every 2 weeks, and it's a rear view town. Boom, right out. I don't know. Again, the coconut guy up the street, there's 15 coconut stands. And they broke my balls for not displaying my legal piece of document that they know I paid for, but because I didn't show it, they broke my stones. But the dude on the street can sell coconuts $10 a whack and have no paperwork whatsoever. See where I'm getting with this? The scales are inbound. They need to level out a little bit, okay? Need to level out a little bit. Love letter. That's cat's out of the bag. The state sent a letter not only to the county education department, not only to Marty's current, past, and present employees. He can't be around kids. For the actions, why he's in court, he cannot be around children, which means his wife and the superintendent, I would think. But no, 2 out of 3 are still working, getting paid. So now we're at 180. It's a $410,000 household. Plus constants on top of that. We're dropping over $500,000 a year on 3 people that had a notice from the education department out of Trenton, where I was just at. Went to all employees. Can't be around children. And Shay Steele, a.k.a. an Atlantic City fireman, which he should be suspended, is the president of the school board and won't do nothing. Why? Because Marty is his daddy. Marty has a lot of children on that board. And they're all scared to go, most of them are scared, to do the right thing. Had this been any other municipality, town, or state, actions would have happened. Look at the guy in Hamilton Township. Boom, right out. No pay, no nothing, right to jail. That's why November 4th, really think about your future, for not only for you, but for your children, for this town. Really think about it. Really think about it. Dive in, do some homework. Don't vote for someone because someone said, oh no, they're my peoples, they're my friends. Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that. This is why we're in the mess that we're in. We need competent, loving people that can do these jobs. Obviously, there's nothing loving about it. Kids are getting hurt. City is stroking checks for lawsuits. And people, they're our tax dollars. The elected and the appointed don't care. They don't. It's to take care of their own in their circle, and we wind up suffering. And also, too, newsflash, all these constant chip down tax rebates, ladies and gentlemen, New Year of 2026, mid-27, you're going to get cracked in the teeth with the bill. You're going to get cracked in the teeth with the bill. All these decreases were re-elect me employees to keep them in office. Hear me out. Yes, I don't like the guy, but he needs this job to cover his law bill. Eddie Jacobs is going to cost his cat and his wife, their lawyer bills collectively are going to be about $750,000 collectively between the two of them might hit $1 million. So yes, if you're not bringing home that 405 after taxes, 310, 285, 275 after taxes, it's a lot of money that the taxpayers are flipping the bill for, because the idiots at council, majority of them, and the other morons, the majority of them at the Board of Ed, won't suspend without pay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are paying these people to represent themselves against us to try to possibly stay out of jail. How does this make sense? They should be removed. You put the money in escrow. If they get off of it, great. Here's your money back. See you later. At least you'll make a couple of dollars on the interest someplace else. This is how a business person thinks. You just don't keep feeding the machine that's siphoning the money out of you. And it hurts everybody, not just Atlantic City, the county. The county needs Atlantic City. 25% of your income is because of this town. The 9 or 10 casinos, the 15 to 20 hotels. Yes, 25% of your take home is because of AC. Because where else are you getting money from? No manufacturing, no financial district. What do you got? The only manufacturing we do is smiles and fences. And last time I checked, fences are pretty expensive. So it's smiles, for hence what we do for a living in hospitality. Catch my drift? And last but not least, this goes out to all municipalities, the county. We are on thin ice with North Jersey Gaming. We are on thinner ice with New York. So the next time the police chiefs get together, the next time the mayors get together, bring Denny Levinson, love him or hate him, all he is get together, okay? It's about 45 people. Pick a place. And collectively figure out what you can do or what you can do to help to beautify and make it nicer and better and memorable and repetitive for the people when they come to visit the Shore Coast. We have gifts: sun, sand, fish, boardwalk, bays. The bonuses: casinos, hotels, theaters, halls, convention center. Right there. 10 natural and 10 things that we built. Let's clean up the entranceways coming into town on Route 30, Route 322. Shit, even Longport Boulevard. I'll throw one more in there. Margate Causeway. I mean, if these people are spending money on billboards to for someone to catch someone's eye to use their business, don't you think it's worth tightening the clamps on people? Hey, listen, go get a weed whacker, go clean it up, get rid of the floating homes, get rid of the dilapidated boats, tell the people to get it out of here. Let's get some fresh signs that say down beach, uptown, downtown, whatever casino. Paint the metal poles on the billboards, paint the wood. I don't know. But we waste our money on stupider things. Except ourselves. So collectively, mayors, county representatives, county executive, police, and fire get together, put out an email, and work with each other to better the areas, Egg Harbor City, Pleasantville, AC, a little bit of EHT. Like, everyone needs a little bit of something, except for the obvious. But let's work together. Shared commitment, share love, share everything. Because if we're firing on all, 22 cylinders, because we have 22 municipalities, it shows. It shows. And any of yous, mayorally or Denny, can't see the picture, then you don't belong in that position. Same thing with a police chief or a fire chief. If you don't think what I'm saying is remotely correct, I know I'm right. You do not belong in that position. So after this podcast is over, people should be texting each other, emailing. The kid's got a point. Let's figure something out. You have business people who will help you. Because we need to help you to help us. It's very simple. It's just a handout and the word, can I help or can you help me? That's it. So, that being that, also too, if you see a friend having a problem, talk to them. Saturday was a very, very hard day for many. For some, I should say. But it changed my perspective on how to look at people to see, again, do you need help? Do you need a shoulder? Do you need an ear? Do you need 10 minutes of time just to get it out of you? Because the worst thing to do is hold something in you, because it eats away at you. And this goes for people that are on the other side. Reach out and talk to somebody. Please. Please, 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 please. I'm sure everyone's got plenty of loved ones they can turn to. But don't hold it in. And don't cut somebody off if they're trying to vent, because something's hurting inside of them, and we owe it to let them do it, and, might be doing them a big favor. So, see you next week, everyone. Thank you. Have a good one.